This is the One Girl Revolution podcast, a podcast that highlights the stories of world-changing women and girls across the country. We hope that these stories inspire you, but even more so, we hope that these stories help you to see your own value, your purpose, and your power to change the world through your life. Every woman and girl is a One Girl Revolution. Hello, and welcome to a very special episode of the One Girl Revolution podcast. My name is Kate Milligan, and I am the founder of One Girl Revolution and the host of the One Girl Revolution podcast. If you haven't been here before, welcome, and we are so grateful and excited to have you here. I can't even put into words how much this episode means to me. This past Saturday, one of my wildest dreams came true. When I started One Girl Revolution, it was just a glimmer, a heart dream. I believed that women and girls had the power to change the world, and I wanted to create a platform to share their voices, their stories, and their impact. Over the years, this movement has grown into something bigger than I ever imagined, and I had always dreamed of bringing the One Girl Revolutions together in one place. That dream became a reality at the Power of Her, a celebration of women making history. We only had 20 of the hundreds of women that we have celebrated and highlighted, but that was a mighty 20. The energy in the room was electric. We had over 20 powerhouse One Girl Revolutions from Michigan standing together, sharing their stories, their hearts, and their missions. These women are history makers, world changers, and everyday heroes, and you're about to hear all of their voices and their stories. This episode is the first half of the live podcast recording from that night, and next week I'll be releasing the second half right here on the podcast. And for those of you who want to experience the full event, the complete video will be on YouTube soon, and we will be sure to share the details of that. This night wouldn't have been possible without so many incredible people. Our sponsors, Born and Raised Detroit, The Dre Project and Jennifer Jackson, Mansfield Insurance Group, Simplified Printing Company, Scene Magazine, After the Tone, and our generous basket sponsors. I'm so grateful to the congregation for saying yes to this wild dream, the One Girl Revolutions who said yes and shared their voices and inspired all of us, DJ Mint for bringing the music and the energy, our incredible marketplace vendors showcasing their missions, and the behind-the-scenes rock stars. I want to give a shout out to Leah Boudelid, Abby Rates, Moira Singh, Delia Kistler, my husband Joe, Andrew Klesek, and his team, Val Waller, producer Rachel, and every friend and supporter who helped bring this night to life. I am endlessly grateful for each of you, so thank you. This movement is just getting started, and we need you to help keep it going. If you're inspired by what you hear, please share this episode, subscribe to the One Girl Revolution podcast, and consider becoming a monthly donor. Even $6 a month helps us continue amplifying these stories and making a big impact. So please consider making a donation at onegirlrevolution.com/donate. All right, let's dive in. Here is the first half of The Power of Her, a celebration of women making history. Welcome to The Power of Her, a celebration of women making history. Today, March 1st, is Women's History Month, obviously, but we want to talk about the women who are making history now. I want to hear about, we hear a lot about women who are making history or women who have made history, but we want to talk about the women who are making history, writing history every single day. My name is Kate Milligan, and I'm the founder of One Girl Revolution. Thank you. We just celebrated our 6-year anniversary, which is absolutely incredible to me. That 6 years ago, it started as this little heart dream. My background's in PR and media, and I wanted to find outlets to highlight the stories of world-changing women and girls. And the media wasn't doing it, so I thought, all right, well, I guess I will start it. And so I started One Girl Revolution as a podcast. So the One Girl Revolution podcast, we then started making documentaries. We were nominated for an Emmy Award. I mean, so many incredible things have happened over the past 6 years. And but it's not about me. It's about the women who are here tonight. This wouldn't be possible. One Girl Revolution never would have become what it has. We never would have gone on for 6 years, and still we're at the threshold of so many more incredible things if it wasn't for the women that you're going to meet tonight. Every single woman that's going to be standing on the stage with me, she is changing the world every single day. And we have everyone from little Lily, you're going to meet her. She's the youngest One Girl Revolution that we've ever had. I think she was 5 or 6 maybe when I interviewed her, and now she's 11. All the way up to women who are just doing things in their own communities, starting initiatives in their own communities, wellness. I mean, all these things that we're encouraging women and girls to find their power, to be the person that they were created to be, and to change the world every single day. So the mission of One Girl Revolution is that every woman has a story, every woman has a voice, every woman has the power to change the world through her life, and every woman is a One Girl Revolution. And I've believed that my whole life, but I've come to believe it even more getting to know each and every one of these women and girls. And I've learned so much about myself through this whole journey and through my conversations with each of these women. And so tonight, I hope that you will join us in celebrating each of these incredible women and girls, celebrating their organizations, the things that they've done to change the world through their lives. And more so, I hope that it's a reminder to each and every one of you, not just women and girls. Of course, we're celebrating world-changing women and girls, but we want to encourage every single person to see their value, to see their purpose, and to see their power, the power that they have to change the world through their lives, and how differently we would live our lives if we really believed that. That each and every one of us, no matter our age, no matter our zip code, no matter what we're going through, the grief, we're going to hear about grief tonight, we're going to hear about a lot of different things, but whatever you're carrying, whatever you've gone through, your story matters. And your life matters, and you have the power to change the world every single day. I am a big believer in that we're as unique as our fingerprints. And if we really believed that, if we looked at our fingerprint every single day and thought, wow, I'm the only person. I was put here for a reason, whatever you believe in that realm. I was put here for a reason. I have a purpose, and I'm the only person that can leave this imprint with my fingerprint on the world. And so that's what we're all about. You're going to be hearing from these incredible women. I'm so excited to share these incredible stories with you. We have a marketplace downstairs, so if you haven't checked out the marketplace, at some point feel free to go down and browse. We have One Girl Revolution swag. Mama Coos is down there. Mama Shoe is down there. We've got some incredible women that are down there that have booths and are doing incredible work in their communities, so please go and support all of the female makers that are down there. We have a raffle tonight, so we have 20 different incredible gifts. One of which is Red Wings tickets. Another one is a VIP table for the Fray with the Fillmore. There are facials. There are baskets for dog baskets, all kinds of stuff. And so if you want raffle tickets, there will be some people that will be going around selling raffle tickets. We also have them down at the One Girl Revolution table, and we have little boxes that are in. As you go down the stairs, you can put your tickets in the ones that you want to win, and then at the end of the night, we will go through and give those gifts away. So make sure that you do that. And then lastly, we have a phone that's out in the hallway. And we're so grateful for one of our sponsors who actually sent us a phone that you can leave messages on. And these are messages that we will be able to use for the podcast. These are just messages about Women's History Month, what's on your heart right now, what you're thinking about, who are women and girls that inspire you. We have different prompts on it that you can leave messages. And so I encourage you, every one of you, please, please, please leave us messages. Leave nice messages, no trashy stuff. But leave us some nice messages on there and just help us celebrate these world-changing women and girls. Tell us about a one girl revolution in your own life. Tell us about somebody that we should know about. So without further ado, we're going to play a song here. Nicole, are you ready? Thank you. And yeah, shout out to my girl Nicole back here, DJ Mint. Let's give her a round of applause. She's going to be partying with us all night. I'm so grateful for her. But we're going to invite Group 1 up. And so if you don't know who Group 1 is, I'm going to list out the names just in case. So we got Joanne Ewald from Mend on the Move. We got Kimberly Willis from Survivor's Corner. We have Melissa Coulier from Live Well, Lead Well. Mallory Brown from Walk a Mile. Ann Lynn from We Three Queens. Girl, I saw you, Ann Lynn. I saw you on your way in, but I did not tell you that you're in group 1. So please come to the stage. Laura Bonnell from the Bonnell Foundation. Elizabeth Freeman from the Elmwood Blessing Box. And we have Lily Hackey from the Lily Pad Project. What a badass, incredible group of women. I'm like sitting here just in awe. I've gotten to spend time one-on-one with each of them. I'm so honored that each of you came out here tonight. And again, like I said before, One Girl Revolution would not exist if it wasn't for each and every one of you, your contributions to the world, and also your yes. I remember when I first was reaching out, I think Mallory, you might have been one of the, Mallory and Laura, you were like a couple of the first ones that I reached out to. Joanne, I'm like looking, I'm like, you all are from different generations of One Girl Revolution from different years, but when I first was reaching out to people, it was like literally a cold call. I didn't even have a website. So it's so incredible to be like, all right, now we're legit. Now we're throwing this big event. And so what I'm gonna have each of these women do is just share their name, their organization, a little bit about what they do, and then if we can just start it off by, who is a woman that inspires you? Who is a woman or girl that inspires you in your life?
Oh, thank you. Hi, I'm Laura Bonnell. Thanks for having us all here. I could say so many wonderful things about you, but thank you so much. I have 2 daughters with cystic fibrosis, Molly and Emily, and I started a foundation that helps people in Michigan and across the country with financial assistance and programs. And real quickly, we met when I was a news reporter at WWJ. I switched to my foundation in 2019 because I felt that being a news reporter was my passion, but cystic fibrosis was my purpose, and one prepared me for the other, and then we went from there.
Hi, everyone. Oh, yeah, some applause. My name is Mallory Brown. I'm a humanitarian filmmaker and also a motivational speaker. I'm currently walking a marathon around the world, stepping into the shoes of different women. It's called Walk a Mile, and it's based on the quote, "Don't judge someone until you've walked a mile in their shoes." So it's a 26-part documentary series, 26 episodes because there's 26 miles in a marathon. So in every episode, I travel to a country. Mile 1 is in Tanzania. Mile 3 is in Guatemala. It's all over the world. And I walk with a local woman who's fighting for a better life. It's all about empathy, understanding the hardships that women face around the world, but also being inspired by the incredible stories of real life women globally. So yeah, I'm all about empathy and human connection, and as a motivational speaker, I speak a lot about the lessons I've learned from these women around the world.
Okay, so Kate, did you ask us?
Yeah.
What, I was like, are we supposed to talk about our organization? Because I swear you asked, like, what woman inspired, right?
Yeah, and who's a woman or girl that inspires you?
Oh, yes, okay. There are so many, but I think initially it was Buffy St. Marie, the singer, because she was an advocate from the beginning, and Linda Ellerby was, even before Barbara Walters, was a journalist who I thought was very cool. So advocacy has always inspired me, people who do something in addition to just speaking. So yeah, those were the 2 that really inspired me.
I'm really inspired by a woman named Ava Zubek. She's a YouTuber. You can look her up. She started off traveling solo to places in the world that others don't go. She traveled alone through Syria, through most of the Middle East, to showcase the kindness and humanity in the world, and that you can thrive as a solo female traveler. She's just incredible, and I look up to her a lot.
My kind of hero, I guess, in history is not an icon. It's an everyday woman in history, and she's actually my grandmother. And she loved me unconditionally and just prayed for me and loved me and got me through some of the most difficult times of my life, and really is probably one of the main reasons why I'm here today on the stage. So yes, and everyday women, I think, are to be celebrated just as much as those icons, because those are the women that walk with us, they mentor us, they encourage us, they lift us, and they give us the wings to fly. I know my grandmother did. So yeah, it's the everyday, power to the everyday woman.
Can you say your name?
And my name is Joanne Ewald. Do you want me to tell about? Okay. I founded an organization called Mend on the Move. It's a nonprofit and a jewelry brand. And we employ women who are, I say we employ, but I'm no longer with Mend. I act like I am, but I am the founder and will always be. But we employ women who are survivors of abuse, and they create jewelry from auto parts, salvaged auto parts. And they create an environment that with like-minded women, and it's really about healing and community, and also getting the resources they need to really repurpose their lives for the future. So it's repurposing parts and repurposing women's lives. And the executive director couldn't be here tonight. Her name is Samantha Seeloff, and she's doing a fabulous job taking over for me when I left. But Mend is also celebrating its 10th year anniversary this year. Very proud of that.
Hi, I'm Melissa Coulier, and I am the co-founder of Live Well, Lead Well, and we have a company where we take women in leadership roles and help them become the best that they can in their bodies through taking a holistic approach with nourishing their body, how they move their body, and the words that they tell themselves through mindset. And then a woman who has recently just come into my life 3 years ago is actually Kate Milligan. I think that One Girl Revolution highlights and just shines the brightest light in shadowed areas so that other people can become aware of the good work that others are doing, and that is so powerful.
Hey, Detroit. My name is Kimberly Willis, and I am a stage 3 breast cancer survivor. During my cancer survivorship, my parents also had cancer, and which has birthed my company, Survivor's Corner. So being the three of us that we had it at the same time, I'm the only one who is able to stand on this side of the earth right now. And I just wanted to build a community and resources for cancer survivors. And being diagnosed at 34 years old is crazy in itself, but I just really wanted to make sure that I had resources for everyone. But I don't stop there. I also help be a financial coach, make sure you know what the rule of 72 is. Make sure you know what debt elimination is so we can get out of debt, y'all. We got to make sure that we could buy some eggs. But one of the people that has, I'm going to say two people that has really influenced me. First is my mom. Just watching her fight cancer, being a singer like she was, she taught me to always give it my all at any single time. So anytime that I sing or anything that I do, I always do it like it's my last time, because none of us know when we're going to be called home. But then also, a gospel artist right here in Detroit, Karen Clark Sheard, because she's really the blueprint for me to be a multifaceted woman, doing multifaceted things. So I'm excited to be here. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. My name is Ann Lynn. I am the founder of We Three Queens Community Outreach. We Three Queens is a human service organization dedicated to enhancing and enriching the lives of our BIPOC communities by providing outreach, resources, and education services. Let's see. My mom is my biggest inspiration. She taught me to be who I am by constantly giving to her community and the people who were in need. If you needed a place to stay, she had a couch. If you needed something to eat, she had a meal for you. So that's my biggest inspiration.
My name is Lily Hake, and I want to start with someone who inspires me. It's Susan B. Anthony, because she played the first pivotal role in women being able to vote, and I want to do something like her. I want to inspire something for the next generation that's going to help us for years to come. and I started the Lily Pad. It's a coloring book for kids in the hospital. So when I was younger, we would print out coloring pages and we would staple them all into a book with crayons, and we would deliver it to the local hospitals to make them feel better. Because I had a friend who was in the hospital for a long time, and I knew that I wanted to do something about that as well.
Hi, my name is Elizabeth Freeman. I run the Elmwood Blessing Box. We are a 24-hour food pantry in Garden City, and we focus on making sure that everybody has access to food and essentials at the time that works best for them. We do not restrict by location, by income, or anything like that. It is come and get what you need when you need it. And my biggest inspiration is my mom, who's sitting there.
I just want to say that in this day and age, in this world, and this is a big part of the heart of One Girl Revolution, you know, when we look out at the world or we look at the news media, it can be so divisive when it comes to women and girls, right? We're torn apart, we're separated, segregated, and how powerful it is to me, and this is what I was most excited about tonight, is standing here with each and every one of you. You have such powerful stories. I hope that every person, if you hear a story that you want to listen more about, please follow these women on social media. Please look up their podcast episode at One Girl Revolution. Just Google their names and follow what they're doing and try to support it. And I always say that we all have time, talent, and treasure in different points of our lives. And I'm looking at each and every one of you, the talents, you're utilizing your talents, treasure, you know, we're all pouring money into things that we believe in and investing in things that are doing good in the world. And then, you know, time, talent, treasure. And sometimes it's just your time, that you're just giving of your time. And so I hope that that's a lesson to each and every one of you, or just a message that you get tonight, that each and every one of us, sometimes we don't have one of those things, right? You don't have time because you're running from one thing to another, or you don't have money to give to something, but we can all do something. And sometimes it's the littlest things that can make the most massive impact. So thank you to all of you for being here, and let's keep this party going. So thank you. So we're going to just take a minute to kind of reset. And I'm going to call up in a minute. They can start making their way to the stage. We're going to have Mama Shu from the Avalon Village, Lizney Tate from Helping Women Period, and Jenny Brown from Dutton Farm. We couldn't do what we do without our incredible sponsors and supporters, and today I want to give a huge shout out to Born and Raised Detroit and Jennifer Jackson and the Dre Project for their support of The Power of Her, a celebration of women making history. Born and Raised Detroit is all about uplifting the Detroit community and investing in the next generation of leaders, change makers, and organizations. And Jennifer Jackson and the Dre Project are doing incredible work, providing home-cooked meals and groceries to those in need, bringing love and nourishment to our community in honor of Jennifer's sister, Dre. These organizations are changing lives every single day, and we are so grateful for their support. Join us in celebrating them, check them out, support their work, and be a part of this movement. We have some incredible gifts. We have a raffle ticket. My sister Moira, who's incredible. I'm trying to see if my sister Delia is somewhere here. This would not have happened if it wasn't for the Bryan girls. So Moira is walking around with this incredible contraption that she created. We're selling raffle tickets. They are, let me read it down for you. They are $2 for one ticket, $10 for 6 tickets, $20 for 12 tickets, and then if you want an arm's length of tickets, it's $50. Every single dollar goes back to support the work that we're doing every single day. So you have some little cards that are also floating around that say $6 a month can tell these stories. $6 a month. We just celebrated our 6-year anniversary. It's just a few dollars, but we have some incredible prizes, and I'll just, while we're waiting, because we have a second, And if Mama Shu is in the building, I know she's downstairs, but if she could make her way up here, that would be amazing. So we have, and there are lists up here. We have a skincare basket, She-Wolf Chef's Table for menu for two, absolutely incredible. Sunday's Best, a gift certificate and all kinds of cool swag for Sunday's Best for catering. We have a beautiful sterling bracelet from my girl Megan here, helped us get that, and some amethyst earrings. Then we have my girl Ramona, Skin Medical Spa, gave $500 worth of facial, dermaplaning, all kinds of incredible products. That's the one that I want to win. So Hungry Howie's for a year. Who doesn't love Hungry Howie's? I mean, that's incredible. I want to win that one too. Tea extravaganza basket, all kinds of, and these are incredible gifts. $400, $300. Faircloth Boutique, if you love Faircloth, who doesn't? Put your ticket in there. Woodward Throwbacks. Shout out to Bo and Kyle. I absolutely love them, and they put together an incredible basket. Let's see, a dog basket. If you have a dog, you're a dog lover, or you know somebody, you could get any of these gifts and donate them if we really want to go full circle with all of this. So you could donate it to one of the incredible dog rescues in Detroit. Scout and Cellar gift basket. There's some incredible wine. There's a wine and vision board experience. There's One Girl Revolution's favorite things. Carhartt gave us an incredible gift bag worth $400. Also in the One Girl Revolution gift bag favorite things, shout out to Shinola and Tom, because there is a Shinola notebook in there because I'm obsessed with them. So definitely get that. And then there's a self-care gift basket from the Bottomless Toy Chest. And then we have the 2 tickets to the Red Wings Women's History Night and some incredible stuff from Kilo & Co. And then a VIP table at the Frey concert. Like, absolutely incredible. So get your tickets. My sister is walking around and giving tickets out. All right, we are going to get started with this next section of the program. Thank you so much again for being here tonight. Thank you for all that you're doing to support these incredible women. Thank you for just being a part of this celebration. I think that women's history should be celebrated every single day, and that's what One Girl Revolution is all about. And so I am so grateful to have the 3 of you here to share about your incredible work. Like I said before, all the women that we're featuring tonight, they've been on the podcast. And so I hadn't gotten to meet a lot of them in person. I've met Mama Shu before in person. I met Jenny. I had not met Lizney in person. So it's so cool to get to meet them. And I hope that all of you will also introduce yourself to these women. And Mama Shu has her booth downstairs for the Goddess Market. So make sure that you're supporting these women and staying in touch with them and staying connected with everything that they're doing. So without further ado, I'm going to give Mama Shu, I think you got a microphone. Is there a microphone? I'm going to let you start us off. So just share with the audience a little bit about who you are and and Avalon Village and the Goddess Market. Talk to me about everything that you do. You're a woman of so many talents.
Thank you so much, and thank you for inviting me to come. So I'm Mama Shu. I'm the founder and CEO of Avalon Village. It's located in Highland Park, Michigan. So basically what I'm doing is I'm building a whole village on one block between Woodward and 2nd Avenue on Avalon Street. I'm transforming blight to beauty, and I'm building it with a green infrastructure. So we have 6 solar street lights with Wi-Fi that we've installed. I have a homework house for the children, retail space made out of shipping container and ran by solar, put a basketball court in. We were on the Ellen show. We had a big building that she donated, and we made that out of our village hall. So basically it's just we're putting all the things that Highland Park lacks right now, and then we're just restoring them on one city block. We own approximately 45 properties, about 98% of the block of Avalon between Woodward and 2nd, and we even have our street sign. We went to City Council, and they voted to change our street to Avalon Village and Woodward Avenue. Yep, so that was about over a year ago that happened. So basically, we are here to basically just transform and make that blighted area, and it was really torn down. It was one of the worst blocks, according to our police chief. one of the worst notorious blocks actually in Highland Park, period, that whole block. I mean, it was a lot of crime, and it was unfortunate a lot of young men actually got killed on that block, gang activity and all of that. So you could imagine the folks, when I was cleaning it up and I'm sitting on my porch like, I'm gonna do this, that, and the other, they thought I was crazy, because it was just, the block was just hit, okay, from the toe up, from the flow up, for real, for real. But I just saw something beautiful in it, and I wanted to make sure that I lived, and I believed that I deserved, you know, a clean, safe living space. Like I said, I live on Woodward Avenue. I see how downtown looks, and I also see north of Woodward Avenue and how it looks too. And it doesn't look like my neighborhood. It looks more beautiful, more people, more things, eclectic shops, and all of those type of things. So I just felt that I deserve that. You know, I'm sitting on my porch, and I just conjured up years and years and years, and we just celebrated our 16th year, September, so we called it our Street 16. So we are, our Street 16 celebration. So Avalon Village is actually 16 years old.
Amazing. Well, I want to encourage everybody in the audience, go check out Avalon Village. I remember the first time you mentioned the Ellen Show, the first time that I heard about your story. My mom, who's no longer with us, but she is the OG One Girl Revolution, and I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for her, so shout out to my mama. But the second she saw you, Mama Shu, she was like, you were a celebrity to her. She was like, girl, you gotta meet Mama Shu. And you were one of my first interviews, and I came to Avalon Village, and we sat, and it was so cool. Like, that's the coolest thing for me too, is like, I love having the conversations. We record a lot of our conversations over Zoom just because it's convenient and easy. But my favorite thing is to actually go and visit and get to like spend time. And I loved getting to see Avalon Village. So I want to encourage everybody, like, go follow them on social media. You're always doing these incredible pop-ups with Goddess Market or celebrations, and especially once it's nice out. I know you have so much coming up.
We do. So the Goddess Marketplace, which is downstairs, y'all, so check us out, is an economic initiative for women entrepreneurs. I actually started the Goddess Marketplace in 2001, where I did a bunch of pop-ups all over. And so it's been in a shipping container since 2016, 17. I also have another shop, so the shops are like in an L shape. I have the 40-footer, then I have the 20-footer. The 20-footer is called the Wine and Tea Shop, WHINE and Tea Shop. That's what it's called, so you know what we do there, okay? We wine and we drink, wine and drank some more. But both of them are women led businesses. So every Saturday, starting the day before Mother's Day, all the way into the last Saturday in October, we do pop-ups. And so we invite like 13 women entrepreneurs to come out or more, and it's just an open market space. We have karaoke, DJs, bands, and everything all Saturday. In the village, we do a lot of things. Hood camp, which I'm on my 15th year doing Hood Camp. I started 2011. Music Camp, 9th year. We do reggae in the hood. We have the basketball court there called My Three Sons Basketball Court. Peely's Place. We have Invincible Gardens. Those are all of my sons, my three ancestor sons. Unfortunately, I had 3 sons that got killed, and I named some beautiful things after them so that, you know, they're like ambassadors in the heavens helping me just to build the whole village and stuff, you know, and I'm always hearing them boys, and they protect me too, so that's what I call them boys, D-E-M boys, okay? They look after their mama, so I love that. But yeah, just keep it moving, but really just knowing that we deserve something beautiful there. And everybody deserves a safe space to live, somewhere where they can grow and prosper.
Well, you're such an example to us, Mama Shu. Last question before I transition over to Lizney and to Jenny. If you could leave women and girls around the world with one message right now, I know there's so much going on in the world. Everybody is, I feel like, going through turmoil in different ways, personal, you know, everybody's going through grief in different ways. I know even in this past week, I've had multiple friends that have lost family members. I know that you've been through it in so many different ways. And maybe it's more positive. Maybe like right now you're on top of the world, but if you just had to give a message to women and girls around the world, what would it be?
So the message that I would give to women and girls around the world is to have no fear. I told you that 3 of my sons got killed. One was 34, one was 23, and the other one was 2 years, 1 month, and 6 days old. To me, that is, for a parent, that's just like top of the line. When something like that happens, you never think that something like that is gonna happen. when Jacoby passed, that was in 2007. That is when I knew that I was invincible. I woke up the next day because, you thinking, oh my God, something happened to my kids. I cannot live anymore. And it's all of these things that you think about. But the next day when I woke up, I'm like, bet, oh my goodness. So I'm just happy that it's bearable. But what I want to tell them, have no fear. There's a lot of different things that may go on in your life, for real. Not as worse as that, maybe. You just never know. But keep on going. So to me, the village was worth it. The village was worth not folding. The village was, so I just do it brokenheartedly, but I still do it. Still keeping it moving because I feel that we deserve that.
Yeah. Come on, Mama Sue.
Yes.
All right, we're going to have Lizney share a little bit about her. So if you can just share your name and talk to us about Helping Women, period.
Hello, I'm Lizney Tate. I'm the executive director and founder of Helping Women, period. We're a nonprofit that provides free menstrual products to those experiencing homelessness and low-income disparity throughout Michigan. We started 10 years ago in Lansing, and we've distributed over 8 million products, which is about, I don't even know, 800,000 periods we've covered. So it's probably more than that, but math is not my strong suit.
Yeah.
So
well, and it's something that's so important. I remember when I had you on the podcast, it was so eye-opening to have a conversation about period poverty because it's something that we don't hear that much about, and hearing stories or even like knowing little girls that don't go to school because they don't have the products. And I loved hearing about all your initiatives, like going to schools or different communities and providing those products is incredible.
Yeah. I think often when you talk about period poverty, people think of girls in developing countries. They don't think about girls in our own backyard. Mm-hmm. And in Michigan right now, 1 in 4 students who go to school and have periods miss school because they don't have the products they need at home. So that was one of our advocacy things, is we saw that was a problem, and we talked to the legislators. I figured out it would cost $5 million to give all of the at-risk students who had periods. So that's what I asked them for, and they said, no, let's do a pilot project. We'll appropriate $1 million to 15 school districts. We did that 1 year, and the schools didn't get the money until March, so then we had to do it another year so we can get some data. But we do that with 15 school districts across Michigan. And then we also do the menstrual product petting zoo, which is a educational thing where we take it to different places and explain what cups and discs and period underwear are and how they're used. And you can touch them because you go to the grocery store and they're in plastic things. Yeah. And people have all sorts of questions, but nobody to ask them to. So that's what we do. Yeah.
It's amazing. Well, Lizney, you also have a new book.
I do.
Talk about the book.
So I started writing it after our podcast. So we had that podcast in September of 23, and I decided I needed to write a book because I've started so many things, but I'm not a loud person. So it's called Instigator, Creating Change Without Being the Loudest Voice in the Room. And it's on Amazon and all those other places. But so it's been really fun to have that book, and gives there's stories about all different people who've started things and weren't invested in the outcome. They knew it was something good, that it needed to be done, but they didn't have a perfect vision of what it was, and they're very willing to talk to everyone else and figure out the best way to do things and go forward. And I think that's what leadership needs to be from now on. It needs to be not this figurehead. It needs to be everyone working together.
Yeah. Amazing. If you love what we're doing here at One Girl Revolution, we need your help to keep it going. In celebration of Women's History Month and our 6-year anniversary, we're inviting you to join the revolution. For just $6 a month, you can help us amplify more voices, share more powerful stories, and celebrate women making history every single day. Or make a one-time donation to support our mission. Join the revolution and become a One Girl Revolution donor today at onegirlrevolution.com/donate. So Lizney, I'm going to ask you the same question that I asked Mama Shu. Right now, what is your message for women and girls? It's March 1st. We're kicking off Women's History Month. I love any opportunity to celebrate women and girls. I believe that we should be celebrating every single day throughout the year, but I love a good opportunity like Women's History Month to celebrate women and girls, and it's cool we're kicking it off. So what would your message be to women and girls?
My current message, because everything is so heavy and so, like, I think we're still dealing with trauma from COVID, right? Like, we're not, is to look for joy in little bits. Like, I do this thing on Facebook that's hashtag beauty in every day. So I look for something beautiful every day. And then this year I decided to start creating the world I want to live in. So that I take pictures of things like bricks or, you know, my dog or something like that. And I think that it really helps me mentally to stay the course and know that even though there's all these things going on and the world seems like it's falling around our ears, there's still something beautiful in the world, and we need to keep that because that's our hope, right, for the new beautiful world.
Yeah. Well, each of these One Girl Revolutions are such beacons of light to me, and I know to all of you, so I'm just so grateful that you all are here. So, Jenny Brown, I'm going to kick it over to you. I got to meet you at Dutton Farm. I remember like going and getting to like see it again. It was like so cool to just visualize all the work that you do, but share with the audience about you and your name, your organization, and about the great work that you do.
Sure. So thanks for having me. Happy to be here, and both of your stories are absolutely incredible, and honored to be here with both of you. So my name's Jenny Brown. I am the co-founder and CEO of an organization called Dutton Farm. We're almost 16 years old, located in Oakland and Macomb counties, and we work to empower and support adults with developmental disabilities to live with purpose, inclusion, and dignity in workforce development, skill building, and access to their communities. So upon graduation of high school for me, I kind of seamlessly entered into adulthood, went on to play college basketball, was pursuing a career as an attorney, and I have a sister who's a little bit older than me, who is the best, kindest, most loyal, hardworking, beautiful person I'd ever known. Was stuck at home with no opportunity because she had Down syndrome. She couldn't go into her community and get a job somewhere. She couldn't even go and visit her friends and go to the movies because there was barriers to transportation. She couldn't enroll in higher ed. And when I was in school pursuing a career as an attorney, but there was this injustice happening in my own home, I decided to drop out and formalize a nonprofit. I thought I would get her started with something meaningful to do every day and then go back and pursue my career. But the most amazing, incredible, beautiful people I had ever had the privilege and honor of just being unworthy of even knowing enrolled into our program, and 5 people became 20, became 50, became 100. In January, we delivered over 60,000 hours of service for access to community, building skills for employment and workforce development for job placement. And just the stories and the people have just absolutely radically changed my life, and this power that exists in people that are perceived to be powerless have the most depth and wisdom and loyalty and goodness, and should be woven into the fabric of our society because they represent so much good that we've lost as a community. So that's me, that's my story, that's what I do. But beyond me is my sister, who is 10 times better than I am.
Well, she's a One Girl Revolution, and I think it's so important that we see all the women who are connected, right? We're all so connected, and I just think that it's so incredible. We need to find these opportunities to lift one another up. Well, some of my favorite stories are the forgotten about populations, right? Where it's people that just kind of get overlooked. We all can have moments where we feel that way. We can all have moments where we feel forgotten about. And even some of my favorite stories that we've had on the podcast, people are like, wait, me? You want me to be like, how did you find me? And it's like, I don't know, I like saw a story, or my mom sent it to me, or a friend sent it to me. And it's like, we're so connected, and we need to shine a light on forgotten about populations, and also shine a light on one another and elevate people. Jenny, I want you to talk about everybody, because you have a really cool brand that supports the great work that you guys are doing.
So I launched a social enterprise. I didn't realize what I was doing was social entrepreneurship. I had never heard that word before. But originally we were just skill building, and individuals coming into our program to build skills, learn together, and access our community. And I was sitting in what's called a plan of service meeting. We're contracted with the federal government in the behavioral health system, so we have to have these plans of service every year. And the individual that we were providing services for said, I want a job. I'm 44 years old, and nobody has ever told me you're hired, you have skills that deserve to be compensated, please join our team. 20 years of chronic unemployment. And he had skills. He was phenomenal. And the idealist that I am, I said, sure, no problem, we'll get you a job. Well, once that came in the plan of service, I had 1 year to accomplish that goal. And 2 months turned into 3, turned into 4. And I realized that getting through the hiring process was much more difficult than I anticipated it to be because of various things out of this gentleman's control. And so I was very discouraged and distraught. I couldn't find this gentleman a job. And then I had this kind of aha moment where I felt very convicted that I wasn't practicing what I preached. I was this advocate for inclusion of people with disabilities, but I had no one on my payroll that had a developmental disability. And so I was a fraud. So I sat up all night conjuring up a way that I could generate enough revenue to justify hiring people that everybody else would overlook, the last person on the list. And I was gonna make a business thrive and turn it up on its head to say a business can be profitable while also accomplishing social good. And he was my first employee. And it's a bath and body company where we manufacture natural bath and body products, beef tallow butter, body butter, candles, body oils, soaps, and we distribute it. We've shipped it to all 50 states, and we hire individuals with developmental disabilities to make and sell these products.
It's so incredible. Again, everybody check out these incredible organizations, these incredible companies that are giving back. It's so amazing. Jenny, before I let this panel go, I want to ask you the question that I asked these two ladies. If you could leave women and girls around the world with a message today on March 1st, Women's History Month, what would that message be?
So I have 5 kids, 3 girls, and I was just talking to one of my daughters yesterday. Or maybe it was 2 days ago, it all blurs together. But I think oftentimes we think, like, not me, somebody else can take this issue. And I told her, don't be afraid of the limelight. Don't be afraid of the attention that you are called into because everybody has purpose. And be courageous in that. So sorry, Mama Shu, stealing yours a little bit, but have no fear and be courageous. And don't be afraid of the limelight. Step into it and embrace it.
Amazing. Let's give a round of applause for these incredible women. So we're going to take a very quick break while we switch over to the next panel, and we're just going to keep this going. For more from One Girl Revolution, to listen to all of our podcast episodes, watch our Emmy-nominated documentary series, follow us on social media, donate to our nonprofit organization, and more, please visit onegirlrevolution.com. That's the number onegirlrevolution.com.